Warrior trainer James Watkins up to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and followed by that we have a special treat, but I'm going to ask that you remain standing.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, James. So we have a third grade student here with us today from Freedom Crossing Academy that will be singing the national anthem for us today. She comes from a family with generations of military service on both sides of her family, reaching all the way back to the Revolutionary War. She is a proud American with a passion and a love for dogs, which makes the K9s For Warriors mission especially meaningful for her. Please join me in welcoming Emery Gabby. You may be seated. Emery, that's a dream come true for me, and I'm going to go out on a limb here because I got a microphone and invite you back anytime you want. So, folks, I'd just like to start as we kick off this year to just take a moment to thank one of our huge sponsors, the Dogtopia Foundation. The Dogtopia Foundation has supported the K9s For Warriors mission through their Fetch It Forward program, where individual daycare centers from across the country raise money to support the Warrior and K9 teams that have already graduated. We're so grateful for our Dogtopia family for their continued support in rescuing lives at both ends of the leash. Now, before we get to why we're all here, I just want to talk about a couple milestones here at K9s For Warriors. You know, as we kick off 2026, I'm proud to say we kick off our 15th year of this organization being around. And in those 15 years, we have paired more than 1,200 service dogs with warriors. How about a round of applause for that? And in an effort to kick this year off in style, earlier this week we had a ribbon cutting ceremony for our Duffield Veterinary Clinic over at our mega campus. Now, for the first time, we're now going to be able to do diagnostics, imaging, surgery, both preventative and emergency, recovery and preventative care, all in one place, all on our property, which will allow us to identify issues sooner with our dogs, treat them faster, and keep our dogs healthy throughout their training to become life-changing service dogs. And at the end of the day, this will ensure that we can continue saving lives at both ends of the leash more efficiently, more responsibly, and with the highest standard of care. And last thing, before I invite these warriors out here, I want to take a moment to recognize our mentor this month. And for those of you who don't know, we often have a graduate through our program mentor the warriors, both before they come on campus and while they're here, just to give them some insight on what to expect. to motivate and encourage and give them the confidence to be able to come here and trust what we do each and every day. And that individual couldn't be here today, but I would just like to recognize him, Mr. Sam Hampton. He was in the very first graduating class in San Antonio, Texas in April of 2022. Sam, with his service dog Jax, was a mentor that really benefited this class greatly. He served 17 years in the U.S. Marine Corps with multiple deployments in Iraq and Afghanistan. Since being paired with Jax, Sam has become an amazing advocate for canines, attending numerous events and always jumping at any opportunity to help his fellow warriors and the organization in general by sharing his story on how Jax helped him. Can we give him a round of applause, because I know he's watching. All right, now for the reason that we're all here. At this time, please join me in welcoming the graduating class of January 2026. All right, so here what we're going to do now is we're going to recognize each of these pairings. So I'm going to introduce each of our warrior and service dog teams and share with you a little about each. So first up, I would like to invite Warrior Brian and his battle buddy Poppy. Poppy is sponsored by the Players Championship. Poppy honors a long-standing tradition of naming each dog after the defending Players Champion. This year, we put a special twist on that tradition to celebrate Rory McIlroy's second victory at the Players Championship. Instead of naming the dog after Rory himself, she is named after his daughter Poppy, commemorating his thrilling playoff win on St. Patrick's Day, a perfect luck of the Irish moment for fans at TPS Sawgrass. Poppy now joins the legacy of service dogs inspired by champions, helping us to continue our mission to provide training dogs to those in need. I would like to thank the sponsors. I know they're here with us today. We have so many people, I've lost track. There we go. Thank you so much for being here. And just some recognition, Poppy was fostered by Stephanie Johnson. Poppy was rescued by the Bradford County Animal Services, and Poppy was trained by Cameron Morrison. Next up, we have Warrior Christopher and his battle buddy Iggy. Iggy's training was funded through a joint sponsorship between Sparkling Ice and Giant Eagle. United by a shared commitment to community and care, both organizations believe in investing in meaningful solutions that improve quality of life for veterans. Together, they're raising awareness about life-changing impact of the service dogs and honoring the sacrifices that made our nation's heroes. Chosen by Giant Eagle, team members, the name Iggy is a lighthearted nod to the New England pronunciation of eagle. If anybody is here from there, can you do that for me? Like Iggy, Iggy. All right. That symbolizes pride, community, and connection. I heard a ka, but I don't know about that. Anyway, Iggy's journey reflects the power of partnership and compassion in supporting veterans. Today, you carry the unwavering support of Sparkling Ice and Giant Eagle and the communities behind you, with wishes for future filled with healing, trust, and a bond that grows stronger every day. I also understand the sponsors are here. I did see them earlier, so thank you. Thank you. There's the shirt. I see it. And I know that there's sponsors out there watching, and I just want to do a special shout out because Iggy was actually donated to us as a puppy by Dave and Mary Jo Maff, and I believe they're out there watching too, and we just thank you so much for your support in helping us make this pairing happen. And the one thing special about today is we actually have 3 dogs that graduated this month that came through our program, through our puppy raising program, which is where dogs come to us when they're 8 weeks old, and they're raised by volunteers in our community. We had 1 in Texas last night, and we have 2 here today, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Iggy went to puppy raisers, Tom and Ruth Murda, who were in the back. All right, see, I'm losing everybody today. Thank you guys so much. I got to hang out with them last night and meet them, and it's just so incredible what they do. Tom and Ruth poured over 10,000 volunteer hours into raising and training Iggy in their home. They did several road trips. We heard some fun stories last night about their journeys together, and Iggy is their 2nd puppy that they have raised for K9s For Warriors. Thank you guys so much for your dedication to our organization. And Iggy received his final training by Ashley Jukes. Next up is Warrior Michael and his battle buddy Ella. Ella is sponsored by the Nancy and Ella Frankel Memorial Fund. Ella Frankel was born in 1901 in Hungary. Ella migrated to New York City and had 1 child, Nancy, who was born in 1930. Ella was warm, kind, funny, and accomplished pianist. Ella passed away in 1978 in Wilmington, Delaware. Funding for this came from Nancy and Ella Frankel Memorial Fund, or Fidelity Charitable, and Ella is named in honor of the maternal grandmother of a former K9s For Warriors board member and friend, Mr. Tony Golan. I know that Tony couldn't be here with us today. We thank you, Tony, for your support. Ella was provided by Love in the Lead, and Ella was trained by Skylar Reed. Next up, we have Warrior Rodney and his battle buddy Rocky. Look at that shirt. Rocky is sponsored by the Elvis Duran and the Morning Show family, which is proudly sponsoring 4 K9s For Warriors service dogs. This special sponsorship is inspired in part by Froggy, who is a dedicated advocate for our mission, who spreads the word on air for us, supports our telethon, and lends his voice to do this kind of stuff right here, what I'm doing at graduation, amongst other events. He is the co-host of the Elvis Duran Show and also the host of the morning show on 99.1 WQIK, and I'm sure most of you have heard that voice, and he is here with us today, and we thank you so much, Froggy, for being here. Now, Rocky was named in loving memory of Froggy's beloved dog, whose loyalty and companionship left a lasting mark on the Elvis Duran and the Morning Show family. Her name represents strength, resilience, and steadfast support. As Rocky steps into her new role, she carries forward a legacy of love, offering comfort, healing, and hope to the veteran that she is honored to serve. Rocky was fostered by Janet and Randy Giangiulio and Barbara Strickland. Rocky was provided by Van Hendricks K9s, thank you, Hagen. And Rocky was trained by Hannah Watson. Hannah Watson actually got to go to New York City with Rocky and be on the Elvis Duran Show, so Rocky was already a celebrity before today. Next up, we have Warrior John and his battle buddy Vandy. Vandy is sponsored by American Water. Members from the American Water Military Service Group are here with us today. Thank you so much. Cheering both John and Vandy on as they continue their journey. American Water Military Services Group is proud to provide water and wastewater services at 18 military installations across the U.S., including Vandenberg Space Force Base, the inspiration behind Vandy's name, Vandenberg Space Force Base stands for strength, innovation, and exploration. And just as the base launches missions that break new ground, John, we hope Vandy will empower you to embark on a new journey with confidence and support. Her name celebrates resilience and progress, qualities you both embody. And I just want to thank the sponsors for being here with us today. Thank you. I believe there's some sponsors out there watching as well, so we thank you. Vandy was provided by Love and to Lead, and Vandy was trained by Amanda Marino Webb. Next up, we have Warrior Donald and his battle buddy, Rosie. Rosie is sponsored by Colorfill. Colorfill creates innovative air filters made in the USA, built originally for NASA, and are made to be pet-friendly. Rosie's name is inspired by Colorfill's signature pink air filters, as Rosa means pink in Spanish. Just like the color pink often symbolizes care and compassion, Rosie represents the warmth and support that Colorfill wants to share with you throughout this sponsorship. Rosie's name is a reminder of the dedication behind every step of your journey together. I understand the sponsors are out there watching, and we want to thank you for your support. I want to take a moment again with this is one of our other puppies, and from my understanding, one of the most beloved dogs in this campus, which explains what you saw a minute ago, right? But there's somebody special here today that came all the way from Ohio, and you know, she's really here for us, and because it's minus 10 degrees there, but she's really here for us, right? But Rosie was generously donated as a puppy by Deb Kloffenstein. And I've got to hang out with her and meet her, and she is such an advocate for this organization, and we cannot thank you enough for your continued support and love for not only our Warriors, but our organization. Thank you. And as I said, Rosie was one of those puppies, and she started her training with Marie Massey, Pam Kramer, and Isabel Alamonte. And she was lovingly puppy raised by Miss Carol Thorson Hood, who's also here with us today. Thank you so much. See, she volunteered to take Rosie in her home for a year and provided that training to public exposures and set her up for success. And she's a pro. This is her 5th puppy that she's raised for us. That's 5 lives you've helped save, and we cannot thank you enough for your support. And I also know somebody who is also very, very fond of Rosie, and that is Miss Cindy Block, who helped shape her training. So thank you so much for what you did. Next up, we have Warrior Cam and his battle buddy Maverick. Maverick is sponsored by Maura Carroll and the Christopher T. Carroll Fund. The name Maverick embodies an independent and trailblazing spirit. He is sponsored in honor of Maura's late brother, Michael Carroll, who served for us in Vietnam. And you are here today. I got to meet you earlier. Thank you so much for your support. Maverick was fostered by Camila Falconer, and Maverick was donated by the Torino family. And Maverick was trained by Andrew Lavazio and Mr. T.J. Wright. Next up, we have Warrior Craig and his battle buddy Jack. Jack is sponsored by Marinus and Patty Oyen. The name Jack celebrates the Van Oyen's first grandson, Jack. May your sponsor, dog Jack, provide you with as much joy as our grandchild brings to our lives. And I understand they're here as well, so thank you so much for your support. We appreciate you so much. Jack was fostered by Lauren Cavalcanti and family. Jack was rescued by the Humane Society of Camden County, and Jack was trained by Chelsea Allen. Next up, we have Warrior Caleb and his battle buddy, Matthew. Matthew was actually sponsored by an anonymous donor. By naming this service dog Matthew, we honor the qualities of dedication, loyalty, and the incredible gift he will bring in this warrior's life. Just as the biblical Matthew was a guiding presence, this service dog will provide steadfast support and companionship, embodying the spirit of being a true gift of God. If you're out there watching, anonymous donor, we thank you. And Matthew was provided again by Van Hendricks K9s, and Matthew was trained by Tracy Kendig and Devin Fedler. There's one more warrior left, but he's not here with us today. And I want to share a little bit about that because I think it's a huge testimony to what we experience and the obstacles that we have to overcome. So I want to recognize Warrior Gage and his battle buddy Kimba. Warrior Gage, unfortunately, last Thursday lost his footing and broke his ankle. And he had to take his service dog to the emergency room and deal with all of that. And it was a phenomenal learning experience for all of us. But Kimba did absolutely amazing, and so did our Warrior team taking care of him. Now, he had already passed his final skills test, and we offered for him to go home. And he chose not to. He chose to stay here with his partners and carry this thing out, and he left just a short time ago because of logistical reasons and really wanted to be here. But it really took all of us out of our comfort zone a little bit, and this team came together, and I couldn't be prouder of what as a team we were able to accomplish. So let me just say a little bit about Gage and Kimba, and then we'll give him a round of applause because I know that they're going to be watching out there. Kimba was actually sponsored by Pars for Patriots, lovingly founded by event host Siobhan. Kimba is the fourth of 5 dogs sponsored by through this gold event. Siobhan chose this name based off his favorite childhood cartoon called Kimba the White Lion. Kimba always wanted to help everyone and save the world, a hero to all. She hopes Kimba will be a hero to her warrior and wishes them all the best life together. So, Siobhan, we know you're out there watching. We thank you for your support in this pairing. Kimba was provided by Love in the Lead, and Kimba was trained by Zaria Wali. So we wish Gage a speedy recovery, and again, I think the timing of him getting Kimba couldn't have gotten any better. And now for my favorite part, we are going to actually get to hear from our warrior classes. They thank those who were instrumental in getting them to this day. Tom?
Nick, you've gone above and beyond the scope of your duties to help me out every step of the way. I sincerely appreciate you.
Thank you to Giant Eagle and Sparkling Ice, the Murda and Maff families, and all the staff and trainers at K9s For Warriors for making this possible.
All right, this is Craig Wayman and Jack, and I'd like to thank Nick, Skip, the house mom, and my advocate for everything. This has truly been a blessing. Thank you.
I would like to give my deepest appreciation and thanks to the sponsors who made this possible, and to all of K9 For Warriors staff, especially our dedicated and encouraging trainers James and Armando, who made the next chapter of my life with Maverick a reality.
I would like to thank my wife for being my biggest advocate and for managing all the madness at home while we've been here.
I'm here to basically thank everybody that helped me get through this opportunity. I'd like to thank, the Warrior trainers and everybody involved for sure. It was great training. It was fun meeting with the dogs and learning the dog. And then when I got myself hurt, thanks to all the other Warriors and Warrior trainers that were here to help me out and pick up the dog poop when I couldn't. Yeah, thanks guys.
Thank you to Vandy's sponsors, American Water, my trainers, and the entire K9 For Warriors team. I appreciate your dedication to this program, and thank you for everything.
Thank you to the Warrior trainers and K9 team, Mom for her hospitality, and my family for their unwavering support.
I'm deeply grateful to Anthony Goland, Nancy Sinatra Goland, and the Nancy and Ella Franco Memorial Fund for their generous donations. Your kindness and support mean more than I can express and will play an important role in my continued healing.
I would like to thank my wife and my family for being patient and strong. I also would like to thank my battle buddy, Rocky.
How about a round of applause for these warriors? As we get ready to conclude, I think that it's important that we just take a moment to thank all of the supporters out there, the generosity of the gifts and the time. We've got so many sponsors here. We've got puppy raisers here, just fosters here, and just the community out there that continues to support this amazing organization that really is on a mission to continue to save lives. And I want to thank the staff. I told you the little story about Gage, but there's so many things that are experienced before the Warriors get here and while they're here that have to be overcome, the obstacles, the challenges. And I just want to thank the staff for their continued love and commitment to our Warriors and to our dogs. And again, to everybody out there in the community that knows what we do and supports this organization, we thank you. And I just want to give all of you a round of applause. And lastly, what we're all here for, and thanking the Warriors, right? Because this is a monumental step to have the courage to turn your life over for 19 days and come and stay in a strange place with strange people. And for all of you that gave us that trust, we thank you so much, because you're what inspires us to do this every day. And I think that it gets lost sometimes, the courage it takes for these gentlemen to come out here and do something like this. And now we just hope that every day moving forward, your life will be better because your battle buddy is by your side. So we wish you the best of luck. And again, I know you've heard it over and over again. You're in our family. You will never leave our family. And we will be there by your side every step of the way to make sure that we help you get through this journey in the best possible way. To all of you, again, this will conclude the ceremony. I just thank you all for being here. I hope you can do this every month. This is an amazing crowd. This is an amazing opportunity to really just recognize our veterans community and what we do here at K9s For Warriors. Now, as we conclude, there's going to be an opportunity to say goodbye to the Warriors and the dogs. But again, we're going to ask that you respect the Warriors' privacy and stay behind this little line right here of bricks. And if they're comfortable enough, they will come up and they'll be happy to greet you. Remember, they have service dogs, so if there is a opportunity to pet the dog, it needs to come from the warrior, right? The warrior will trigger the dog to make a friend, and then you can pet the dog, but please honor the fact that these are service dogs. And I wish you all safe travels. Many of you have traveled from far away. God bless you all. God bless America, and thank you.